Hey everyone, if you let me see your transcript, your very favorite history teacher. Welcome to Members Only. Uh, as I said, I promised you your Members Only video. This video actually is going to be premiering, well, not premiering, but it's actually live a day before the other people will get it. So I hope we have all the members come on in. I know we have about 10 members now. And I wanted to talk to you about a couple of different topics that that's been going on in the news that is non-Umar related. So, as you can see on my thumbnail, you saw a picture of Shia LaBeouf. We know him from Even Stevens, the movie Holes. Uh, Trying to think of what other film I saw him in, Constantine, and he has his own kind of like semi-autobiographical movie that came out this past year. I think it's called Honey. But he's been having a lot of trouble lately, like Charlie Sheen type trouble lately, that he has been dealing with. And what I noticed about him is because you were a child, he sounds like a typical child star. Okay, he sounds like a triple style star on Nickelodeon, on Disney. I forget which one. Then he got some smaller roles, got some breakout roles, and became famous. And for a while, I thought he was doing this Joaquin Phoenix thing, like you were acting strange because you were getting ready for a role, or you were preparing for a role, or getting attention for a role, but you're really not off. You're just playing a role, you know. But it's like, no, he really has some issues. He's been to rehab. He's been there for, I think he has PTSD. And recently, he had a girlfriend named, let me see if I get her name correct. Okay. I think it was FW. She's a British, Afro-British, Black British singer. And I guess she's been his girlfriend, I think maybe the last year and a half. And she is actually suing him for abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, and for exposing her to an STD. I mean, like, this is major. When I say he's acting like Charlie Sheen, I really mean he's acting like Charlie Sheen. They're not saying what the sorry, with the ums. They're not saying what exactly his STD is, and I'm thinking they're doing it because they don't want the magazines and the reporters don't want to get sued, you know. So they are saying that he just exposed to an STD. Her name is FKA Twigs. She's a very beautiful lady. It says more and more details emerging about FKA Twigs' relationship with ex Shia LaBeouf, or is it LaBeouf? I don't know if it's right. Including the actor allegedly covered up his STD with makeup. And I'm trying to think, well, what STDs can you cover with makeup? And I'm like, well, I know that I want to say some HIV or AIDS, they would get, that was in the early years though, in the 80s, 90s, they would get the little sore patch or whatever. But then I was like, but I think with the medicine and stuff, I don't know if they still have that or not. I don't know. Then I thought, okay, I know like with herpes, you get flare-ups. And I was like, with HIV and AIDS, you can take your medicine, you'll be fine. Other person takes PrEP, they won't be able to transmit it to you. But I was like, there ain't no cure for herpes. And I was like, and she went to the doctor and she came back and she was like, and she trying to figure out why she was sick and everything like that. And then he finally told like, well, oh, I got diagnosed a few months ago. Dude, really? What are you gonna tell me? Like, no, not months ago, years earlier. Years earlier. Like, why would you? Her real name is Talia. Just a beautiful name. That he had experienced his disease in December 2019, but worked to hide his hours from Talia by applying makeup. deception. What in the stuff? I'm gonna leave these articles in the let me see if I can put the article in here. Yeah, because this is ridiculous. You over here, he really, I mean, at least Sheen told his people, hey, y'all need to go get tested. I got some stuff, And I think he may have even paid them people. I don't know if any of them actually got the STD. But okay, here's the Shia LaBeouf. FKA. You don't even know what kind of complications that they are going to get because what she's going to get because of that. Trying to have kids, her next partner. How can she going to try to make sure her partner doesn't get it unless she's going to go celibate for the rest of her life? Like, seriously. What did she have to have, like a hysterectomy? Or, I don't know. I'm just like, why would you do this? What is wrong with you? What's this man? And I'm sorry. As a result, there was a movie or a video he was going to be in with a British singer named Sia, SIA. He's been kicked off that project. He's going to replace with Kate Hudson. I think it was like a narrator position. Now I think Netflix is probably going to remove his shows, and his movies that he's in, or his movie. And I'm just like, I'm going to have to treat him just like Ricky Schroeder and Kevin Spacey. You on probation with me for at least 10 years. I'm not going to watch your stuff. I'm not going to promote you. I'm not going to help you. I'm sorry. Same thing with R. Kelly. Kelly maybe just ruined my life. I don't know. R. Kelly, he on, yeah. No, muting y'all. But call y'all. I just started back watching Mel Gibson. And it was because I was watching the Christmas movie with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. And I was like, oh, Mel Gibson's in here. And I was like, but everybody else got to get a check. And then I looked at the date and I was like, let me Google him. Have you ever been doing some stuff lately? And I was like, okay, he ain't doing nothing crazy. Maybe he kind of got his stuff together. I still remember what you said on that voicemail message to that girl, the lady, but that was 10 years ago. We ain't doing other stuff since then. So I hate when my faves are problematic. I really do. I really hate when my faves are problematic. Goodness, can't you just act right? Act right. Okay. Next on the list is one of my favorite singers is Lizzo. And maybe because it's a Houston thing. Lizzo was actually not born in Houston, but she went to school here. And so she's, she was very frank in dealing with her issues regarding her ability to deal with her weight. And she has issues. She's very honest. So she started this after Thanksgiving, this detox tea. Not detox tea, detox juice cleanse. And then she shared it with, I believe, either Twitter or I think it might have been TikTok. I follow her on TikTok and Twitter. And then people got in her butt like, oh, you over there, you're getting money for the detox cleanse, you're doing promotion, paid promotion. They're also saying, oh, you're contributing to the dietary culture. Oh, look at what you're doing. And I'm just trying to figure out why. And then the other thing was they're like, oh, and it's like, why can't she just share that? Why does it have to be all this negativity? Some of you were mad because she was twerking at the basketball game. Was it last year? And y'all were like, oh, we don't know, see other kids there, dude. And some of y'all are thinking about fat shaming her. Now when she either wants to do something about it or just wants to cleanse, you still got something to say. That's why I named this video Bodies, Bodies Biting and Similes Money. Because y'all just comment on everybody's bodies. It's just the poor FK Twig, she got problems with her body now. I hope she gets off. I just hope she gets as much money as she can for him. Shia LaBeouf was wrong. Y'all just need Lizzo around. Lizzo around. If you're a fan, listen to music, follow on Twitter, whatever other social media, listen to music stream. Wish her well with her detox. If it goes well for her, maybe I'll try, maybe I'll not. That's her decision. But all this little negativity and so forth is really uncalled for. It really is uncalled for. I'm going to leave the article in the, let me go get the article for y'all. I'm going to put that in the chat for y'all. But yeah, she can't even go over there and trying to get her, just trying to be right, trying to live right, trying to do well. And what people trying to make, problems. Just ridiculous. Okay. Lizzo explain. And why do you have to explain yourself to people? And maybe it's just she's sensitive. But I feel like also she's keeping it real, She doesn't want to mistakenly have her fans go out and do some stuff just because she's doing it. And then they, it doesn't work with them. It's something bad complications. It was just her, hey, I'm sharing this with y'all. And this is what's going on with me, All right. So I wanted to share this other article. I'm going to find it for you already because I really need to talk about this. This is K. Michelle. She's some, K. Michelle, let's say bodies, has been having some issues with her body. Remember, she was getting the butt injections. And I think last year she had to take them out because it was affecting her health. Like she was really sick, and to the point that she couldn't go perform or get out of her bed. She was having some problems, making her money and stuff like that, and so she finally admitted hey, this is y'all women who are getting these things in your butts, you need to think twice about doing that. You need to think twice about doing it. You think about affecting your health. And so she's been, she's been honest about it. She's, trying to come back, still perform. COVID-19 hits, things like that. And so she is now, again, someone is still talking about her body again, and she's forced to, now she's doing what she is doing. She's suing this, instead of suing them for what they did to her body, she's suing them for comments made about her body. She had an ex, I guess, I don't know if it's an ex-friend, for benefits, ex-boyfriend, side dude, I don't know what. But this friend that she had sexual relations with made comments about her body. And she feels that it is going to affect her either ability to get money or just in any future relationships. Basically, the man named, I think it's Maynard. Basically, he's suing her for basically saying that her vagina, use proper terms, was stinky when they was having sex. And he said it on a radio show or something like that. Okay. And so let me see what he let me find out what did he ask, so I can tell you what exactly he said. Okay. All right. So this happened 4 days ago. It says K. Michelle suing Maynard for saying she has bad feminine odor. Okay. Oh, he's a rapper named Maynard. I don't know who he is. K. Michelle is fed up with rapper Maynard, continues promulgating the scurrilous rumor that she has a bad odor emanating from her vaginal region. The Memphis, Tennessee motor musician Kimberly Michelle Pate proclaimed on the Clubhouse audio app that she will file a lawsuit against her former friend Maynard for besmirching her over the airwaves. So he's on a radio station. Maynard is 47. 47, dude, really? You're 47 years old. You ain't. Who was born in Brooklyn, New York as Jermaine John Coleman, discussed with his crew a particular R&B singer who he took up to his hotel room one night on his Kitchen Talk podcast. As they began their sexual activities, Maynard said the woman had an offensive scent that killed the vibe. I'm just trying to understand. What was the topic of the podcast episode that you needed to tell everybody? I mean, did we all need to know about this? Like, I might have to find the video. Because I'm thinking you said her name. Because you ain't going to find no lawsuit. You said your name out loud. But now that's going to follow her everywhere she goes. Other entertainers, people like thinking like, oh, that's her. Lady with the funky coochie. Like, nobody wants. Get your money, sis. And I would think someone who's already had like problems with her body is gonna make sure her, with her butt and all this stuff that she had to get taken out because it was ruining her health. She would keep a clean coochie. I just don't understand. Oh, this thing. You know what? I'm sorry. What do y'all think? I just put it in the comments. I'm just 47 years old. And what if he lying on K. Michelle? What if it was not her? What if she didn't want to give him no coochie? Because she's 34. He is a nice looking guy. But I'm just saying. I hope it ain't true, K. Michelle. And if he'll get all his little podcast money, get it out. Yeah, right. She probably got her vibe killed too, because maybe his penis was stinky. I'm just saying. Maybe because her first name Kimberly, I'm just like, I don't want to think another Kimberly got a stinky coochie. No, we gotta go do that. No. Not gonna do that. Okay. Next, we're gonna talk about, but enough of pop culture. Let's move on to politics. This past couple of weeks, we've been dealing with Joseph Biden has been dealing with the cabinet appointments. But now some people are kind of questioning his cabinet appointments. And most recently, let me make sure I get because I'm all about giving y'all the correct information. I don't want to, because I want you to be able to go read it for yourself. Maybe you're seeing something that I don't. And let me see if I can find it. I'm having technical difficulties. Also, how do y'all think about I've rearranged my arrangement here, and sorry, I don't have my normal background, but I have rearranged my kind of like my little setup here at home, and so I'm trying to have a lot more light up here on me. So y'all let me know, how does this look to y'all? Do I need to put the LED lights on too? You like fix the background so we don't get to see this green thing. um, because that way I could also just play, things with you. But this is members only, and I wanted to make sure I was honest with you, giving you your perk that you paid for. Okay, so let you know it's gonna get bigger and better. So here we go. And if you're not a member of the channel, I strongly suggest you become a member of the channel. Also, members, please remember that you have a $3 off on all merchandise in the store, in my Teespring store. Okay, so let's go look at Biden's um, cabinet appointments. And some of them have been. One was a former um, presidential candidate named Pete Buttigieg. Buttigieg? Pete Buttigieg? I think. Yeah, Pete Buttigieg. Who I think he's going to make the Secretary of Education. Not education, I'm sorry. Transportation. Um, And so some people are like, he was the mayor of this, town. We're not sure why you would make him a transportation in the town he was in. He only had 66 buses for their transportation. Like, why would you make, him for transportation? Then they also, because he kept asking for African Americans as well. The Congressional Black Caucus and other leaders of the Black voters kept saying, hey, we need you to have some more Black people. So he then made Susan Rice, who was actually an African American woman who was in the Obama administration, and she was, what do you call it? I want to say she was a foreign policy advisor. And he's making her the director of the Domestic Policy Council. So it's like, people are like, wait a minute. Why are you making a lady whose primary part of her career has been dealing with foreign policy? But she has been a National Security Council staffer. She was a UN ambassador. She was a White House National Security Advisor. So she has little yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what is he doing? She has the qualifications to either be your basically your Secretary of State or an ambassador. I don't know if she can be the UN ambassador again, or the National Security Advisor. I think I need to double check. It may be a rule that she can't be in a job in her previous administration. So he basically gave her a job in domestic policy. And I just read the article that I put in there. I think she doesn't need Senate approval. And so right now, remember, Georgia has the race for the 2 senators. So he may be doing that just in case if those 2 senators don't become Democrats and end up being Republicans. Because Republicans, so they have a majority in the Senate, they're gonna be problems with his. They're gonna have problems and be problematic when it comes to Senate confirmation hearings. So he could switch her to another position. Switch her to another position, after, those I'm really praying those two Democrats win. I gave money to Stacey Abrams' nonprofit so they can help, because she's been doing a really good job getting more people registered to vote. And Georgia so far has been having a lot of good early voting. So if y'all know people in Georgia, the Democrats, tell them to go vote. Encourage them to vote. If you can give a little bit of money um, to the Democratic GA Dems, like, hey, just do every little support helps, you know. So even Roland Martin is down there helping with the campaign, just getting the information out to people. He's using his influence and his reach, and that's good. Other Black entertainers, he's been having them come on the show, and I'm like, yes, we because we need. It's gonna need the help. It's gonna need the help. The other lady that I have on my thumbnail that's next to Pete Buttigieg, Pete Buttigieg is the little white man. Also, I think he picked Pete Buttigieg for transportation because he is gay. And so remember, Biden said, I'm going to make sure my cabinet reflects what America looks like. And plus also presidents normally have had their former rivals or contenders, if they're in their party, become a part of their administration. Obama did the same thing. Okay. Or become their vice president. Clinton did the same thing as well, I think. Let me see. The lady, I'm trying to think her name. Article is missing her name. Yeah, that Rice appointment is really getting to me. Like, why would you make her her whole experience is yeah, just yeah, it's just yeah. Let me find the other lady's name. I'm sorry. But he has had some very good appointments, though, otherwise. Janet Yellen, he used to be the director, I think it was director of the Federal Reserve Bank. That's the one who regulates our money supply, makes policies, with interest rates and things. She's going to be the Secretary of the Treasury. Makes perfect sense. Lloyd Austin, Secretary of Defense. He's been 41 years in the military. He's retired. Makes sense. Alejandro Mayorkas is going to be the first emir to lead Homeland Security. Okay. Makes total sense. Now, this one I'm concerned about because I'm all about, I want Black people, I want Black women to, do a good thing. There's this lady named Marsha Fudge. Remember that the CBC kept saying, hey, we want more Black people. She's a Black comes from Ohio. She's going to be over the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, what that Dr. Ben Carson is over. Okay. Linda Thomas Greenfield, she's going to become, another Black woman, she's going to become the ambassador to the United Nations. So that makes sense. But someone said they're not sure why Marsha Fudge was going to be, because they said the committee that she is on. Oh, I hate when it does that. That was a really good article. They're saying that the committee she's on in Congress have nothing to do with with her being urban and housing development. So I went to her, and I'm gonna put this in here for y'all. This is her. You can go to any congressperson and you can put their maybe she does have a thing for the job. She's on the committee on House Administration. Committee on House Administration. What does this committee do? Subcommittee on Elections, chair. This committee has jurisdiction over federal elections, requiring it to consider proposals to amend federal election law and to monitor congressional election across the United States. Okay. I'm sorry, I thought it was House. It was like, oh, she definitely was the House. That's why she got the job. No, I'm sorry, because she's in the House of Representatives. She's also on the Committee of Education of Agriculture. Okay. Nutrition Oversight Department, SNAP, food stamps, domestic nutrition, also conservation of forestry. Oh, she's on the Committee on Education and Labor. Oh. Why do you put her on the secretary? Well, okay. She deals with welfare reform programs. Okay, maybe I'm starting to see why she's in the housing and urban development. Community Block Service Grant, Low Income Energy Assistance, Native Programs Act. She's on a subcommittee Health, Employment, and Labor Pension. Okay, now this is making sense. I can see what. Okay, this making sense now. Why she's on that? Why she got that job? So the complaints that they had about her in this job don't make that makes sense for her to be appointed to housing and urban development. It's really someone needs to be in there with who works with social programs that are trying to help people. Because Ben Carson y'all know he didn't do in that job. Y'all know he didn't do. I'm gonna put this is Marsha Fudge. I like her last name, Fudge. This is her. So yeah. But yeah, I just was like, yeah. So it just, yeah. So that makes sense now. But the Susan Rice thing, maybe they're gonna swap. Because the guy that's gonna be in the agriculture Department of Agriculture, he's actually he's actually I want to say something else too. Like he's not Bosiak. And I want to say today, hold on. I think today they made an announcement for the Department of Education. That's who I really want to know. Like, because Betsy DeVos is on my damn nerves. She messed up teachers and she messed up okay. We have his name is Miguel Cardona. He's the education commissioner in Connecticut. He said he fulfills his promise to tap an education secretary with public school experience. Yes, because Desi Dose had none. She never attended a public school when she was a young person. And she never, I don't think her kids went there. And not even high school, middle school, college, none of that. Okay. Yeah, he's going to need some help. Earlier this month, Connecticut became the first state to purchase 141,000 laptops to provide access to virtual schooling for students in need. Okay. Mr. Biden has pushed for schools reopen within his 101st days in office. Really? Really, sir? You really want that? Cardone was appointed education commissioner by Connecticut governor as a public school teacher in the town of Meridian. He served as an elementary school teacher and then a principal for 10 years. Okay, see, that's experience right there. You've been in a classroom. You've been a principal. You know what to do. So Lord is the third Latino type to serve in the Biden administration. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm going to put his link in there too. Because I want to inform you about what's going on. But in case you want to go look for it too. Okay. Okay. I'm watching the time. Yeah, public school teacher. I need to see, but I need to double check also like uh how many because I've never heard of that town in Connecticut. I know Connecticut is small, but he was over the whole eventually he was over the whole state. But I'm just saying, as far as as far as the whole state before he got that job, how many kids did you have in the classroom? That's what I want to know. you know, Cardona, Secretary of Education. Um, but last but certainly not least, we gotta talk about this 2020 COVID stimulus. Actually, our second stimulus of the year. If you saw Mad Church Disease, and please check out it's actually what the PPE loan. These churches were getting millions, not millions, hundreds of thousands. Um, the archdiocese where I live in got 4 million. There are lots of churches underneath the Archdiocese of Galveston, Houston. But then Joe Osteen gets 4.4, 4.5. And I'm just like, really? He just got one church, even though he does have the largest church in North America. But you got as much money as the Archdiocese, who's basically the leader of the Archdiocese is a cardinal, with millions of people who are Catholic in the Archdiocese. You got much money as the Archdiocese? Like, how? That man. Oh, Lord. And then the rest of us get a $600 check. The last one was $1,200. Should we be going up? And then there are other states, other countries, not states, other countries that they're getting monthly money because of the COVID-19. UK is getting about over $3,000 in our money, $2,000 a month. Other countries, $1,500 a month. We already complained like, oh, we're gonna get a one-time $1,200. It's like, it took me a while to get mine. I didn't think I can get mine until like August. And I had my other friends getting theirs before me. You know, another friend just got theirs. And if you have more children, you get extra. But I don't have any children. Don't mean my bills aren't good enough. Don't mean now it's $600. And then on top of that, everybody else, other countries getting millions of dollars tacked onto the COVID stimulus bill. I'm sorry for shaking the table. Why can't some of that money come here to us? And now President Donald Trump says he's not going to sign the bill. He's going to veto it because we should be getting $2,000 in stimulus. Ironically, I agree with him for one time. But I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you saying this now? Because you didn't say nothing about $2,000 before the election. or nothing this whole past year, the way you've handled COVID-19 response. Something just off. I mean, are you trying to make it seem like you're a really good president these last few months in office, this last month in office? Because it's the 23rd. Yeah, he got less than 30 days. You trying to make seem like you were this awesome president, like you want to give us $2,000? Okay, you can give us $2,000. We should have $2,000. Because that $600 is not going to do anything. $600 is not even someone's rent. Maybe a car note, maybe lights, gas, electricity for 1 month. What you gonna do the month after that? I mean, y'all, what is? And I should talk about the vaccine, but I think I'm gonna do vaccine in another video about that. So I feel like we're in a catch-22. It's like, oh, we got COVID-19. We should wear a mask. We should, I know we want to go to the club. We want to go out. We want to go be our friends and family. We want to go to church, and it's not right. And I should really do what I want to do, but you're passing on a disease. But at the same time, we do want a vaccine that is actually helpful, and it has been done very quickly. But it's like, if the vaccine didn't come out until next year, will we be complaining about why it's not here yet? When we're going to go back to normal? I don't know. And then now the vaccine is here, and people are like, oh no, remember the Tuskegee experiment? We shouldn't take it. Okay. Tuskegee experiments were men who were denied medicine that they should have had. And trust, we shouldn't want to be lab rats like they were with the medicine. Or how they treated Henrietta Lacks and her cells in her body, and her not getting compensation for it, or maybe not getting the proper treatment she should have gotten because she was a Black woman. I understand that. But right now we're seeing them, the white people, like I thought it was going to be, mostly rich white people, who are getting it first. The politicians, they're getting tested. Vice Pence got it today, Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden. They're considered essential workers. Even though they said people in the doctors and the nurses were. How many of them are Black? How many of them are Hispanic? How many of them are Asian? Okay. What's the next round of essential workers? A lot of Black people, Hispanic people, who work in customer service jobs, where they interact with the public daily. Are they on those essential workers? But now Black and Hispanic people like, oh, I'm not going to take it. Okay, so now you're denying yourself access to the proper medicine. But then again, what if the medicine that they take, they end up, having some type of mutation, or being worse? My thing is this: I don't want it to come to the point where everybody else, like usually white people, rich people, get the vaccine, and when it's time for regular everyday people to get it, or people in marginalized communities, like the homeless, like immigrants, like the ones they have in those cages in ICE, they're still there. Their children have been ordered to be returned to them. Have they been returned to them? I guess I am talking about COVID-19 vaccine rather in this one than another one. But I just want us to make us think. Because my friend is a teacher who's going back to a building, and I want at least for her to, can she get the vaccine? You want us to go back in that school building so bad. Because I'm a virtual teacher. I can teach at home. But she can't. What about the elderly? What about those who are susceptible to bad immune system? What about the patients who had cancer? There are people who are still not wearing their mask. I feel like if you don't want to wear your mask, you go get a vaccine. Yeah, you need to go. You need to go. Yeah, don't put people's health at risk. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go, everyone. I gotta go get ready for Tanika Shanette, the Plus Size Dolls next live. She's going to be interviewing Daryl Moore's son, Heavy Don Wayne, who is an up and coming rapper. So thank you so much to my members for joining my memberships on my channel. This is my first video, and there's going to be more to come, and they're going to get bigger and better. And thank you so much. Those of you who have not become a member yet, let me put the link in the chat. Well, actually, you can click on the join button next to, remember, you can click on the join button next to subscribe if you have an Android phone. If you don't have an Android phone, on your iPhone, you'll need to open up your YouTube in on the website, not the app, and then you'll see the join button when you go there. Okay, here is my link to my merchandise. And I'm wondering, should I give a member, I do a raffle and give a member something free from the my merchandise store. Here you go. Also put in any suggestions for different lives that you, the members, would like for me to have. Any pre-recorded videos, any TikToks you want me to do, any of the subjects. If you're tired of me doing Umar Johnson and you want other things for me to talk about, please let me know. Or is there something about Umar Johnson that I have not talked about that you do want? I may do a poll. Maybe we'll do a poll. Maybe I'll do a poll and ask you guys what you want to do. So thank you so much. I'm going to get ready to go to Tanika Shanette for Plus Size Doll. The rest of you will be watching this tomorrow. So please go back and check Tanika Shanette's video. Please like and subscribe this video. Like and subscribe her video. On Thursday, Matt Churchesy is going to go live at 8 p.m. Eastern. And he's going to talk again about the PPE loan robbery that the church is doing. They're getting millions of dollars, and we're just like maybe $600, maybe $2,000. We don't know. We're still waiting. So, love y'all all. God bless. Have a good evening. Talk to you later. Bye.